Hello. Here to help. Hello. Here to help and answer questions for anybody going through, needing answers on what they're going through, whether it's physically, emotionally, the dark night of the soul, spiritual ascension or spiritual path. If you've woken up, if you're having a bumpy ride, or whatever. So we're here to assist, have help with as well. The team here to assist and answer questions to help anybody that's struggling with this shift. Ascension symptoms, whether they fit all the physical symptoms, of going through it, or whether it's esoteric, the unseen, the astral realms, or whatever you're having problems with, or finding the shadow. At the moment we're going through a big push, a big rebirth, big clear. So a lot of our any other nonsense we've taken on, baggage, shadows, traumas, are being pushed out. I had such a good laugh this afternoon because a few came out today. They were in my face. They were just showing me that the advice I'd given was smack on. It was so funny. So there we are, here to help. So please ask away. Ask me whatever, anything I can help you with. If you are guided here, there we are. Anything you want to know about the shift that's happening on Earth, how the energy is affecting you, your body, the emotional side, which is this part of the spiritual awakening or the physical or whatever it is. Fire away. I'm here to answer, to assist in whoever, whatever you might need. If you're going through a purge, you're stuck or you're having problems, don't be worried. Feel free to ask a question. All right. So let me know what you're stuck with. It's really difficult. A lot of us, not everyone goes through the shift or purge at the same time. So there's groups that seem to be going through waves on the planet, where so one wave will go through a lot of stuff, and we're all being pushed out. A lot of all kind of past, any kind of, you completely forgotten about it, from childhood stuff, programming, traumas, all anywhere where you've seen yourself in a lower light, or cleaning out the closet, really clearing and healing going on in a big way. I had such a good one today, such a laugh. Like few came out. It was like so in my face. It was like, yeah, right, yes. So yeah, if you got any things, let me know, and I'm happy to answer. Okay. No one's got questions. I'm amazed. Quite amazed. All right. You're stuck. Okay, but you don't know what with. Well, give me a little bit more detail. Remember, what we say is what happens. I've learned on this journey, because I've been doing it now 5 years straight or more. I think a bit more, I can't, 6 maybe years, whatever. It's straight of shadow work. And I mean, well, all the astrals, all the, whatever. The different chakras and whatever else. And one thing I've learned, no one can block you. The block only comes from the self. So you've put the block there. You're defining something, or you believe you're blocked, or you believe something's blocked you. It's always because there's only you. So it's the definition and belief or consciousness that is here. Think of why you've blocked yourself, or you believe you're blocked. Because you say, I'm not tapped in, or some things. You see, just by saying I'm not tapped in, or I'm not blocked, or I'm not getting my guidance, or I can't hear my guides, or you are saying it, then you've claimed it, you see. I found everything, it was only here. The block only came from the self. Yes, it is. That is part of the shift. Because, okay, you're going to wake up. Some of us are not going to sleep. You can stay awake all night. It's just wow. Also, you can get itchy when you've got too much energy. If you've taken on too much energy, the frequencies stay too high, but you haven't released enough energy. That means you haven't exercised. So sometimes when your body has got too much energy, you need to ground it, and you need to walk or exercise, because it actually gets itchy as well. I found it, you're not actually expending it. That is quite a normal thing, not to be woken up. It's very normal though to get woken up normally from 2 or 3 in the morning. Oh, that's a classic one. That's when your They say the veil's the thinnest, they say, when you get communication from the higher, from the self, the real self. So that is part of it, yes, it's the energy. As I say, remember, the energy is increasing. So your body is holding more light. Your cells, your body is made up of trillions of cells, right? Okay, let me just hang on there, Aya, with your question. Let me just finish explaining to this lady. I'll catch you that your mind is, yeah, that's a classic one. Just hang on with that, okay? Alia, I'll tell you what that is about. The same thing here. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So what is happening there is now, as this light's come in, this frequency and vibration, it's a higher energy from the sun because the thing is thinner, right? So your cells, which are pure energy, proven by science, that's all they are, the atoms are just, it's energy, are now being, let's say, given a higher voltage. So you are holding more light and frequency and vibration in the body. So you will have more energy. Not like when you grew up, you need coffee and things like that. Your body is holding more light and vibration and things. You need less sleep. You're going to need less food and you need these things. And when it comes in, like we've had a big CME coming in, this can affect it for a while. So your body, all of a sudden, just say you're vibrating here, right? And the next minute, this big one hits the earth and it's a higher one again. So poof, all of a sudden, your body is just being given a jolt now of much more energy and light. So this is why we have these patches where we can't sleep, because all of a sudden our body is now charged and now it's got to get used to that. So it's jumped from this frequency. Now your cells are starting to vibrate and take on more light, and then it'll settle again. It gets used to that frequency and vibration until the next CME comes in. So this is why we're having these spats of nights where you can't sleep. It's to do with that. All right, hang on with your questions. I'm not that fast. Okay, the mind. My mind is full and I can't seem to calm it down. Watch that. That is a thought. The same thing happened here. It's a belief. So somewhere in the past, you've given that power. You're fearing your own mind. And your mind is only source. All there is thoughts, right? They're actually not even yours. There is no you, as the gurus will tell you. There's just this expansive space of emptiness. And everything is appearing in it. Thoughts are appearing in it. No thoughts belong to you. There's no separate you that has any thoughts. Thoughts belong to the quantum field. All right? Now, the only thing that you have is the brain. So, what's taken in. So, let's say the energy. Everything you've experienced once you were born, everything you've experienced here in this realm, dream realm, while you were born, has been stored in this vessel. That's the problem. This is a program. All beliefs, negative stories, fears, trauma, whatever ever happened to the body, mind in this experience is stored here. So what you are saying, because you believed, we were told, is your mind, your thoughts, that's a lot of rubbish. But science is proving that. It's not true. So when you're saying my mind is full, I can't calm it down, watch what you're saying. Because as the actual God source itself, creating experience, whatever you say, it says, okay, no problem. Just because your frequency is here, you don't realize these things are manifesting instantly. They literally do. You don't experience it instantly. Why? It depends. If your frequency and vibrations down here, it moves into your experience. So you're not aware that you are actually creating manifestations like that. So when you say, my mind is saying, I can't calm it down, that's exactly what's going to happen. You see, you're giving your power away. You're giving something power over you. You're saying the thoughts have power over me. Nothing has power over you. Now take your power back and release that. Release that definition, belief, that my mind is too busy, I can't have it. You're being tested. That's exactly why. Because maybe in the past, you've given it. Hi guys, hi Thomas. Just give me a minute. I'm going to go down so I can just catch up. I don't have a young person here to, that speed reading or comments. This one is not very... Yes, your diet will change, and you'll find if you don't change, you might get sick and have problems with your stomach, because your body will not, as your body vibrates higher and different frequencies, it's not going to take on heavier foods. Remember, your body's now going up here, and you're trying to eat foods that are dense and dead, that are lower frequency. They're not a match. So this is why on the planet, a lot of us stop drinking coffee, can't drink alcohol, stop drinking meat, stop drinking all kinds of things, because our body just will not tolerate it. Dairy won't eat this, it won't. It depends on the body and the DNA, the things. So your diet will change. Watch your diet. Watch if you're having problems with your food or stomach. Pay attention to, what you eat, and then it plays up. Your body's telling you, I don't want that anymore. Your body's not silly. You find out what that is. Okay. Yes, that can, yeah, it can do. Absolutely. Yes, your appetite will change. It depends on what. Yes, tinnitus, I had some just now. When you experience a sudden rise in a frequency, that's tinnitus. So let's explain. When you're spiritually awake like us, and when a guide or someone drops in, when another energy drops in, say a guide, an angel, ET, somebody wants to talk to you, or whatever the energy is, a nature spirit, all of a sudden it's a higher frequency. You'll be sitting next minute, you heard this ring and you realize and you're aware. So you have just, all that ringing in the ears, it's that you have become aware that there's higher frequency. Your ears have picked up that the frequency has changed, it's higher. Yesterday I noticed that when I woke up, I could hear this, because, so, I mean, we had a solar storm here. Also, when there's a solar storm around you, that CME is contained, it's much higher in that storm. So you will notice it much more. So I woke up last night to go to the loo, and I could hear, I was aware, like, I can hear the ringing. So I was aware that I was surrounded by much higher frequency energy and vibration. So that's CME in a storm. My ears are ringing. But if you have a sudden change just for a short bit, that shows you that there's another energy that you're not aware of, if you're not tapped in, that's dropped in to see you. Hello, darling. Hi. Thank you. Let me just try and catch up with the comments. Sorry. Yes, night sweats. Yeah, that's part of it. Remember, this is microwave energy. It's vibration. So those sweats, it's vibrating like a microwave. It's vibrating your body, and you'll wake up. You can wake up dehydrated. I often do. You wake up sweating, yes, and it's not. And this is the middle of winter. It's freezing, but I wake up sweating. Hello, hi. Yes. It's part of the journey. Your body will change. You've got to do that work yourself, Lucy. The heart chakra. You'll do so much on it. So it depends. There'll be different things. You do so much work on it. You got to, if you know it's there, you got to figure out what's the block. You see, there's just tons of stuff. If you've closed off the heart. This is what you were taught as humanity, to close your heart off. You know, we've gained huge human programming to be released. See, so you ask. First thing is to ask. Hi, Thomas. First thing is to ask for that help and guidance. Like I said today in my video, ask Source. Call in. You've got to, you as the self. Whatever you say, you'll get. So you've got to ask. If you want help, please ask the divine. Ask for angels, ask for guides, ask for any assistance and help to please guide me, show me what it is I need to release that's not for my highest and greatest good. Ask them to show you before you go to sleep in great detail so you get the point. You will come across it. And believe me, please go and listen to this, Lucy. I shared on my page today. This is going to help you on the path, right? Because you're asking about heart chakra, so you're awake already. Please go and listen to this, because this is everything you're going to need to know to find these shadows and blocks are in those two videos I made. One is denying your own shadow, learning to not recognizing the reflection that it's trying to show you, because everything you come across, everyone you speak to, incidents, videos are showing you the story or where the problem comes from. And the other one is free yourself from all suffering. Those two videos, if you pay attention and listen to them, and you'll go, you will then see it's like boof in your face. Okay. Otherwise, if you're really not, that's why I say you need to ask for guidance, call in help and assistance to help you do that. Okay. Those videos are in great detail. I was shown today that I was so right. I was demonstrated the proof of my own videos that what I was saying was so true. I was given a demonstration today that, yeah, smack on. So go listen to those. That'll help you identify. You see, how do I lift depression? By saying you're depressed, you are. You're not going to lift it until you feel it, until you know what it's there. The energy is there for a reason. Why are you depressed? That's the thing. What is it trying to show you? Those videos, go and listen to those. That'll help you, Lucy. All right. Okay. Are you down to eating rice and vegetables? Yeah, well, mine is, hang on, I've got to try and catch up. Sorry, people, be patient with me trying to scroll here because, Yeah, my body is like not interested in carbohydrates if they're refined, and it even sees rice as refined. It's like the stuff you buy in the supermarkets is not real. It's not as good anyway. But yeah, potatoes, it doesn't want any processed food. Like it's no, and it's not into dairy, but it's always been so. You will see you'll change. You go back and forth. Yeah. Yes, it's a permission slip. Don't give that story. You see, you're just making up. You see how you're blocking yourself? Alia, 888, I have Mars and Gemini. This is why my mind's full. You see, do you understand who's making the block here? You are the one. You've just given yourself away. Where the block's coming from? The story you are telling yourself. I'm Mars, so I've got this busy mind. You're claiming that as your truth. So that's what you're getting. Where you got that story from, I don't know. You see where you give your power away when you listen to the external. You take your guidance from source and from your guides only, not from other people. Everybody is creating their own story. And if you take someone's stories, that's true because they say so, because some astrologist believes this, so it's true. No, you are creating everything, your reality. They believe in astrology. That's a karmic tendency of theirs. That's their thing. Everything is, as Bashar said, nothing has meaning, nothing. Even astrology, you give it meaning by your belief. You give that story, you created it. Go back to where it was even created from the long time ago. So there we are. You've created your own block. Now you see where it came from. There we are. You've just answered your own question. All right. No mind block. Problem solved. Yes, that's a good thing because you need less food. The more light you have, eventually you actually become light. You get to the point where gravity starts wearing off and you can almost float across the ground and you won't need food. No, talking about the shift on the planet. Thank you. You are so welcome, Melissa. I have a team here at the moment helping. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm trying to scroll down and catch up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've got a team here with me at the moment. I called them in. I haven't worked with them. I've called in the angels and Archangel Michael. I used to work with them a lot when I first woke up. And the Light Council, long time ago. But anyway, when I wanted to do this to help people through the shift now, I wanted to see, who'd want to come and assist me. And the Light Council showed up, and Archangel Michael. So those are the two front ones that have showed up now. They just came forward, poof. So they are helping. The Council of Light makes sense. It is a shift, and it is light that's affecting. So the Council of Light are here, and the angels are here with me now, joining me on this, helping you guys. I haven't worked with them for a long time. Yeah, but that story you need to let go. You need to heal. You see, there we are, Lucy. That's your problem. The block is you haven't let go of that. Okay. You haven't let go of that hurt. Everything is a choice. So you are still claiming you're a victim. You've got to ask them to show you that. And you haven't let go of that. There's blame and hurt and anger. You see, I did, this happened to me. You are holding on to that story, that hurt, that blame, that pain. That's why. Now you've just answered your own question. You need to release it. All right. Old story. And ask the divine to show you from the highest perception and perspective why that happened. And you'll realize there's a choice in that. You are never, ever a victim. Because you are the God source. You are choosing. That's what I say. Everything you say and claim, or your choice you make, will be given to you. So there we are, Lucy. Now you know why you've got that division and that heart chakra is blocked. Because you are blocking it. You're not moving forward. You need to release all of the past. That energy doesn't serve you anymore. Let it go so you can rise up. Don't hold on to old hurt and its density you're holding on to, Lucy, darling. Trust me, many of us have had a lot of heartbreak in this planet. Also old stories and Cinderella nonsense we were fed. Everything here you're fed that love is conditional. It's where the truth is, it's unconditional. But on earth, it's conditional. I love you if. You see, we were taught it was a kind of ownership. There's the energy we lived on. It's like we buy things. Everything's my husband, my wife, my. You see, attachment. We were taught that. But everything is the self. It's co-creating. No one owns anything. Anyway, we're getting there. There's a lot of healing and releasing and forgiving is so important. But if you go and look back and ask them to show you, and you'll realize, oh, okay, you'll have a laugh. You'll be like, ooh, ask why you chose for that experience. It'll be shown to you, all right. And then watch those 2 videos of mine. So you can identify and you won't get stuck with rubbish for so long. It won't hold you in the lower levels. See? You do all the time. If you remember it, you do all the time. You'll know when you're lucid dreaming anyway. You do all the time if you're aware. Sometimes you're not. You're going into different stories, you see, everything's just an illusion. So there's different parallel realities. Everything is an illusion. Oh, I'm glad you see that. Yeah. Yes, you can taste the chemicals in your food. Yeah. I don't know. You need to give me some rarer. You need to give me more. I don't know why. If there's something, obviously, there's some question. So obviously you were shown something in your sleep. And it was some kind of message, because that's why you're wanting to know. There's something in it, obviously, wanting to give you a message. And so just look, try and ask them to show you clearly what message is it. You're asking this for a reason. So there's obviously something you're trying to, okay, ask for what the message is. Ask them to show you clearly what it is that we're trying to get through to you, all right? Yeah, you can taste the chemicals. Processed food or fake, fast food. Oh, you'll actually get nauseous. You'll actually get sick if you try and eat it, because the density is so different. Okay. You're very welcome. You see, I know it's hilarious when you realize there's only you that can block you, because nothing has power over you. You are source. When you realize you've blocked yourself, you see it down the line. Sometimes you can stay blocked for a couple of months and then you realize, oh shit, it was me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, then you become very sensitive. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's also a deficiency. Hey, when you get a metal taste in your mouth, I think one of those is what deficiency is it? I remember Dr. Berg talking about that when you have a metal taste. If it's an iron deficiency or copper deficiency or something, you get a metal taste in your mouth. So check out Native Gypsy. There's not a deficiency. It was one of the trace minerals, zinc, iron, or copper, something like that. I don't remember. All right. How do you fix toxicity? You've got to cleanse toxicity from the body, okay? That's held by all the rubbish, metals and aluminium and crap and pots and food and pesticides and herbicides. So if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see recently I did videos, guided meditations, guided transcendental meditations here. There's about 3 or 4, page down carefully, and you'll see them. The first 2 have links under them. One is to detox heavy metals from the brain, aluminium, silica, water, it gives you the link to that. One is for a tea, and you need to go on a fast for 3 days. And just drink that Numi tea without sugar, without honey. And there's a tea there that has all the different herbs in it, which is a great detox to pull shit from the body. So you can do a water cleanse, but it must be pure water, like spring water, no tap waters, anything. And just do pure water, if you can manage, or build up, and try and do it regularly, because it'll pull it out. Secondly, if you do it more, about 3 days, it activates then the stem cells to which rejuvenate, cell repair. So if you can do a 3-day detox, it will start then, the cells will start repairing after the 3rd day. You'll see all the shit comes out. Ooh. So then you'll need to do that. There is a tea under there. There's water under there. There's many links I've shared, useful links under that story, all right? Because energy you can move. Secondly, it's mind. Because you can change your chemistry, as Dr. Bruce and Lipton and Joe Dispenza. My body's healthy. My body's perfect health, perfect harmony. I'm in perfect balance. My body, you've got to keep that program going, and you will actually change the chemistry of your body. So you've got to start claiming, not that I'm not toxicity, because you say I've got toxicity. It's not going to leave as long as you keep saying I've got toxicity, because this is an illusionary realm. You're creating your own reality here, you see. And you're going to stay with toxicity. I have known my body is perfectly clean, clear, healthy, and perfect harmony and perfect balance. Everything's working, da 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 da. So start a 30, 40 day claiming how perfect and healthy and whole your body is. And start doing that water fasting and detox tea. All right. That should help you. All right, let's try. Sorry, people. Give me some time to get down to the things because I've got to take time to answer a question. So I've got to scroll up and down to catch them. Hi, yeah, Michael is... I'm very close to... I worked with Michael a lot when we cleared the... We cleared the... Doesn't matter, second dimension. Yes. It's perception, perspective. Because you're creating the entire story. Eh? Everything, like everything. Yes, beautiful. I love it. Yes, I used to work with Michael a lot when they emptied the whole second dimension. The second that whole density was cleared, when we're emptying out all those nasty things. You are so welcome. Very welcome. Hello, 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 darling. Thank you. No. Not. I've achieved plenty, thank you. You've been through so many stories, you've been a king, queen, you name it, you've been everything. So don't, as a God source, you don't need to achieve anything. You are perfect, you are whole, you are divine. This is not who you are. This is an illusionary character. You don't need to achieve anything. You are everything. You are existence itself. So you're just playing around here, creating, as I say, completely a story of your own. Lucy, it's because you've got to do that. You're doing it to yourself, that's why. You are not, you cannot ask for help if you refuse to forgive others too, you see, if you're still holding blame. You're denying responsibility, you're denying that you're creating your own reality, really. Watch those videos, you'll see. Trust me. This one did it lots. It's just because you are... Okay, Saint, what you're doing, people say they're empaths, but you're actually not. You're choosing, you see, depending on your... Everything's frequency and vibration. It's actually not healthy. So you can, when you feel close, you can walk and you can feel, when you walk past other people, right? You can feel their suffering or their pain, or you go to certain areas. Doesn't mean, but don't identify it. It's not yours. Don't take on that collective energy or feeling. And then say, because you're doing it on purpose then. You see, there's nothing healthy to say I'm an empath. To be aware that there's out there, but don't take it on. Don't identify, don't take it on as your suffering. All right. Feel that? Okay. And raise your frequency. That means your frequency is just low enough to pick up that. Don't vibrate with that frequency. When you raise it up, stop focusing on it, that you won't feel any of those. You vibrate way above that. So just choose to raise your frequency, vibration, and light, and focus away from suffering, and it will disappear. So you are resonating with it, probably because you are holding some of that. You need to release some of that suffering and thing. That's why you're resonating with it. Yeah, there we are, Lucy. You need to let all of that go. You see, you're claiming a victim here. When you actually chose this, you see, experience as the God source. That's why. You need to let go of all of that. What happened to me, my mother died. So many people have been through so much you can't even imagine. And you don't, so I'm saying you need to ask that. And you need to listen to those videos there. What I suggest for you, because I think you're stuck here, is to go for a past life regression. Go see Jill and have a regression. All right. Go and have a past life regression with her online. And get rid of all that. And then they will show you exactly. You need to release and heal and let go of everything that happened to you. You are hanging on to so much density and grief and sadness and I'm a victim, what happened to me, poor me. This is exactly why you are feeling all that depression and suffering, because you are claiming it and you won't release it. You see, it's like a badge of honor. You don't want to let go. Let go of it. It's holding you from rising up, eh? Oh, you are so very welcome, Lucy. Trust me, I don't want to go into detail here, but some of us have experienced huge shit. And you really did. I mean, you know, that's what I say. But if you keep claiming that that's what you're getting. Do not get stuck there. You don't want to be stuck on that frequency of a victim. Well, you will draw all other sort of, you know, those same energies to you. More suffering, more depression, more victimhood, more loss, grief. You need to let go of a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of all these things. All right. It's holding you down and you don't deserve it. You are the divine itself. You are perfect. Oh, you're welcome. You are perfect. That's all. It's because you've identified with this poor one that's had this experience. You're forgetting you're the one who chose this experience, but you just haven't seen why you chose it. That shows you that you took on a lot for a reason. All right. Because you are powerful and because you are, don't worry about it. Okay. All right, let's have a look. You are so welcome, my darling. Any time. Everybody is, but you're the same light. That's the thing, you see. We all are playing a different role here. Some are doing healing roles, some are doing tarot roles, and everybody is playing a very important part. Because the tarot readers, we're all doing something. We're all helping each other. So healers, tarot readers, psychics, this, that, Reikis, meditators, everybody is doing their bit here. And you're all the same one. But in order to have a game, it needs lots of characters. You are the divine. I'm no brighter light than you are. You are that one. Just being somebody else with a different name, that's all. Oh, welcome. Yes, of course you can. Of course you can get rid of any disease. Go and follow Dr. Joe Dispenza's official page. And you can see how disease can move. 40 days, reprogram that thing, and it's gone. You can absolutely get rid of it. And you can hear, and there's data, proof, evidence, documents, doctors' things, everything's there. Testimonies, there we are. Disease is gone. Yes, you are complete, perfect, divine. You are so welcome. You would really benefit, Lucy, from a regression, all right? And Jill, I think, would be she's the most gentle, loving, beautiful soul. Jill Cole. I've shared her. Go to my YouTube page today, and you'll see I shared screenshots of people. And I said healing and clearing. One of them is Jill Cole's screenshot from her YouTube page on YouTube. She does regressions and stuff. She's based in New Zealand. She's so sweet. She's a lovely person. Wow. But a regression would help you, all right? I think that you benefit from that. I don't know why. I just feel that way. Exactly. You're not even flesh. Dr. Joe Dispenza. People are curing stage 4 cancer. You name it, they're curing it. They're getting rid of it. Exactly. If you decide you're not, you see, as the divine, you claim what you have. If you claim that's my illness and no, I can't be cured, that's what will happen. If you believe, if you claim I can't be cured, this and that, this is what I've got, I'm doomed, that's what you will get. If you claim, no, I don't accept that as my truth, and you change, as he says, watch that, it's gone. So it's all up to you, everything, because this is an illusionary realm. You create everything as a source. There is no physical body here. It's pretending, it's dreaming. This is an illusionary realm, as the gurus say. It's playing. You are creating everything, everything in your experience. There's not even a meat suit. It's not even a physical. Say this realm is not physical. This is another thing. We're going up to see that. You'll see that soon. We're going there. This realm is not physical. There isn't physical matter. You do not have a physical body density. That's the illusion. Nothing is actually physical or real. That's how you can just cure everything and change everything. Nothing is physical. You don't have a meat suit. That's the illusion. At the moment, it seems very dense. It's just because you're in the filter and identification with the body form. But as the gurus say, they go back to oneness. They see through the illusion. There is nothing solid here. It's all appearing as. It's not real. It's all like this energy forms. It's only because we are still playing the character that you are perceiving the illusion, the separation. But in fact, there is no solid matter here. Yeah, it's true though. It's amazing when you see it, eh? It's a hell of a shock there the first time, because I mean, you so believed in everything is real, and now you see why the gurus have no interest in material wealth and can sit in a cave, because it's like, what are you chasing here? There's nothing here. It's a big shock to the illusionary self when you see that everything is like nothing real, and you're like, ugh, you know what I mean? And you think the people are real and the cars, and you're chasing all this stuff, and that's why they say you're seeking all this, you're playing, you're chasing all this stuff which is nothing, doesn't exist. It's an illusion. So you kind of lose interest in the material world because it's just not. It kind of, the kind of in that gold kind of loses its value. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, all right. Well, what's the point? There we are. That's why they don't have an interest in it. Yeah. But that's the thing. We got this. There's a very dysfunctional program about money. I talked about that on my Facebook page the other night. It was very interesting because I had a lot of blocks here. We all did. Money doesn't grow on trees, and the rubbish that we were told. And shortage, and you got to work hard, and you got to save to get there, and all this nonsense. I did a talk the other night about this whole money program, and money is evil, that whole program that humans were fed. Fascinating. I talked about it on Facebook the other night. Yeah. When you realize we're creating it, but you got to find where the blocks are within you, where whatever you took on. It could be depending on your family and what beliefs and stories. Money's evil and it's the root of all this, and you won't get to, if you want to be spiritual, you've got to, walk around in a robe and whatever. No, I spoke about that. In the illusion, it was created. In the illusion, the IRS is real. In the illusion. But nothing is real. Nothing is real. Nothing. Everything is just appearing. It's a story. It's a story. There's nothing. Get to the guru's eye point. If you're on that path, you will be shortly. Not long, and it's going to fall away, and everyone's going to be like, wow, okay. Yeah. Money's not an illusion. Money is just, that I'm saying, it's just part of the game. It's an energy. It has no meaning to it. It's what you give a meaning to. Money is just, that's it. We are giving meaning to everything in this realm because it's an illusionary realm. And money was also, you see, all this crap that we're talking about, money has been given to you by other people. Oh, this one and the news and Bloomberg and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of rubbish. We need to reject everything we've taken on from the external. We need to release it. That's it. Because we've defined it and put definitions on and blocks and limitations and all kinds of rubbish we were fed. Let it all go. It's not our rubbish. It's just an energy, and it's just an after effect like they do. When it comes, when you realize that nothing's real, it's like, chasing stuff is like, it's a bit of a shock. You actually feel, in a way, I felt a bit repulsed. It was like a kind of almost like a, I don't know, some of the non-dual path describe it. I can't remember what it's called. It was a way of calling it. You do feel like, I can't remember the word of it now. It escapes me the right word. But yeah, you see how the gurus, it's just an after effect. If money comes, it comes. But you don't chase it. You're not interested. You are everything. You are existence itself. So you follow the heart, do whatever. You are abundant. Because how can you not be? Everything, you are everything. There's only one source, right? There's all that exists is the self. Nothing else. So you are everything that exists. In this realm, that's it. You are creating all this stuff. So you are everything. So how can you not be abundant? You are abundance itself because you are all that exists. So if you just get it, that's what I say. Once we be ourselves, you've got to understand who you are. Money comes, it'll come, hey. But you're not chasing it. You go for just, the flow. We follow our flow. Ease, grace, and flow. And it's a side effect. If it comes, it comes. It's not, let it come, let it go. You let things just come in. If we open and we don't define everything, then we haven't limited it either. If we haven't labeled it and defined it, we just allow it to be, there we are. So we need to release all that shit and just know it's us. It's just us. The amount of blocks over here about that was plenty. Wow, I had lots of blocks there. So much programming was taken on about that story. Yeah. We're going to, when you see this as an illusionary realm, oh yeah, that's what they say, you'll travel light. Because you realize, you see, you won't be knowing, you'll be experiencing it all the time. It's difficult now when you're experiencing it as a character, because you see the separation and everything looks physical and solid and real. When you experience it, when you stay in that state of, as the gurus do, yeah, and you'll just cruise through life, because you will not see the illusion anymore. So you won't worry about anything that happens, because you know, well, it's just not happening to you. I can't explain it. If you go listen to a lot of non-dual people, you'll see what we're talking about. It is. Well, we're going there. Not long, too. The split's we're gonna separate completely. There's different timelines about to go off in different directions. And then, we go in that direction, that's it. The veil's going to go. And then you will be as the one. You will see, so you already are that, right? But because you have identified as the separate one, this is the whole thing. There was never a separate one. There is no separation. There was never two. There was never an ego. This was the story fed to humanity. To experience separation, that was the belief and story taken on. Because you could not experience the real idea of 3D or solid or separation or human experience without that belief. So we created a fake belief that there's a separate one as an ego. That's how we felt. That's how you became, identified in density. But we are moving out of that again. The one is changing it back to oneness. As I say, that you are that one. There's no separate one. Why do you think that when people always ask, speak to ETs, and they say collective, or who am I? And they say, well, you can call me this. Because they know it's nonsense. They're your source. There is no separate one. So when you speak to ETs or pay attention to what they say, other beings, they'll say, well, you can call me that. They don't have a name because they're not separate. They know they're not. They're not a separate, there is no separate one, separate entity. Susan, Kerry, Joe, John, Paul, Mark, there isn't one. So that's why they say, well, if it makes you happy, call me this. They'll just make up a name. There's no separate. That was the illusion. To have the density and experience of separation, you needed to believe that you had a separate. There is no separate entity. The mind has got used to it because you were told. So basically the brain has identified the thought of a body. Oh, okay. So I am this. There isn't. If you look at it, you'll see there's no one there. There's an overlay. That's what you're seeing. Anyway, you'll see it. Non-dual oneness is coming back. Christ consciousness. This is why you're going to release all the crap, the density too. The more you raise in light, the more the veil is thinner, thinner, thinner. You see, so you can actually see through your delusion, but it will drop completely. There is no separate one, and that's why they always tell you, we are a collective. Oh dear. This was the experience of experiencing separation. So this is why you create. You see, in order for it to work, you had to really, first of all, take on the belief. It's an I thought is only a belief. You create an I thought, and that's how you created the separation. There's a thought that says, I am this. You listen to anyone that's dropped away, or go listen to lots of these non-dual people talking now, radical non-dual, whatever. They'll tell you, nothing there, nobody, nothing out there. It's a bit of a shock when you're not ready for it, though. So it's going through nicely, not to, oh dear, there's quite a bit of a, you are, there's, everything exists now, heaven and earth, Eden, everything's here. It's like right now. Yeah, it's amazing. No, it was a good idea. You see, how does the God source, you are it, right? You are nothingness. It's like emptiness. It's nothing. There's no matter. So you're this field of energy, right? So now it's like your dream. What's wrong with your dream? You dream at night. You don't wake up and say, oh no, this dream was wrong. something wrong with it. You're eternal. There's an eternal now, like frozen time. It's stuck. There's eternal now. What are you going to do? It's just you in existence. You dream. You're daydreaming. You're creating up stories in your mind. You're daydreaming. You daydream. So in order for you to have a real experience where you actually don't have a body, you don't eat, you're imagining the God is imagining, I'm eating, I'm doing this. Stop believing in the I thought. Go follow some non-duality if you think it's a problem, and it'll fall away. And you'll be like, wow, holy shit. So go and start following non-duality. You'll be guided soon. And everything will fall away. And then you won't. There is no separate one. As the gurus say, you are what you are seeking. And this is why this is being released. This is the programming that is being released now on the planet. But the amount of shit and program you've taken on, but doesn't mean like the gurus. The experience still carries on. So the experience of having a body, the body, sort of thing, a form, and life, you can see people, and this carries on. Although they're aware that it's complete, it's just, but still they can feel pain, they still have to eat, they go to the toilet. So the human experience, the form, the experience is still here, it's still manifest until the body dies. So you will, even though the illusion, the appearance or whatever falls away, the experience remains until the body goes, hey? But you won't experience it as a separate one anymore. Oh, I can't explain it. You are, but you're not. It's coming. Go and start listening to it and you'll get an idea. If you want to go and start listening to, I've shared lots of it on here. There's a lot of new, just to get an idea, but it doesn't matter. It's just your body's going to, the frequency, you'll train yourself as you go up, you will be drawn and drawn. Yeah, but that's really, it doesn't matter, that's what I'm saying. This is not here. This is the illusion, the separate one that you think. So what happens when you die? You're just back to yourself. Poof, the body just, it's not dying, but the body, the form just goes, that's it. When you decide that it's time for the story to finish, then you return to yourself again, to the oneness. Yeah, it is. But otherwise, I mean, how would you ever have an experience then? You see, it wouldn't work. You couldn't, if you didn't create this I thought, right? You as the divine could not play and have a dream or have any experience because you'd know it's bullshit. So you've got to create, this is why there's some kind of experience of a separation thing in order for it to have some fun. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. It would not work at all. You wouldn't be, it's like your dream. It wouldn't work. You'd know it's a dream and again, I'm bored now. Well, no, there's no we, you see. That's the thing. That's a separate one. Even the dying experience is illusion, is part of the dream. Because there is no separate one. That's the thing. The dying experience is the same thing. You'll be surprised. You can identify with the form and be playing for millions of years. That's how long you could be playing the Maya. You've died. It's part of the dream. But when you actually, when it goes back to the self, because there's no time, you'll realize that those million years that you think you were separated for, and you've reincarnated and had lives, didn't exist. There is no time. Nothing ever happened. As they say, when you go back to yourself, nothing ever happened. Those million years, all those lives, nothing lost. That's the truth, actually. So it doesn't matter how many millions of years you perceive you in the Maya for, because it's all happening now, you see. It's amazing when this stuff starts coming through and it starts falling away. You're like, oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. But that's what I'm saying. You are that one. No one else is doing it. It's doing it. There's no you doing this dream and pretending and trying or saying anything. It isn't anybody else. This wouldn't be happening if it didn't want to. It is the only thing that exists. So if it is creating a separate experience, it bloody wants to. And maybe you should ask, like I did, why the hell are we doing this? I happened to ask one day, right? When you tapped in and you're dealing, you can communicate now directly when you get that, And I asked, because that's what I was thinking, this is not right, you're going to keep on going through this cycle and suffering, because that's the teaching we were taught. These are old teachings. So I asked one day, why are we in this carnation cycle of trap? And you ask a silly question, and because you have no expectation and you just ask, you just open. I asked, and guess what I was shown? Exactly. But this is in the beginning, before it fell away and I had, shown all these things. I've shown lots of things, I just didn't get them at the time because I never asked. You see, you don't ask questions. You're showing things, you just, oh, well, that's okay. You didn't ask. Don't ask, you don't get. So I asked, and of course, guess what? All I was shown was nothingness. There was, like, imagine a cloud. There was just this energy which was aware. So, like, you are space itself, right? And you are aware. And there's nothing but you in existence. It's like being stuck on a desert island. There's only you, right? Nothing. And there's just you and nothing. So what the hell else are you going to do? You've got eternity. You are existence itself. There is nothing in existence but you. You are aware. So you start dreaming. You start imagining. Because you've got eternity. What else are you going to do? You can imagine. You sitting here in a little room by yourself. Or you're exactly nothing. And what are you going to do? No entertainment, nothing to think. So you're going to start thinking about things. You're kind of imagining things. This is what the divine is doing. It's imagined you. It's imagined Joe. It's imagined Claire. It's imagined Ray. That's what it does. There's no victim here. You're not stuck here and trapped here and deceived or, there's nothing can deceive the divine. The divine is choosing to do this. Choosing to do it. That's it. If it didn't want to, sure hell bloody wouldn't. It can easily change, and I'm saying pull the veil away, it doesn't. It's deciding. It's only it here. It's creating the story, the human experience, everything. Nothing, nothing above it. So then I was like, well, I asked a stupid question, I suppose. So I got the answer, and I was like, oh yeah, that, yeah, okay, sorry. Exactly. What else would you do? What do you do to keep yourself busy, right? You've got this eternal now. And there we are. There's no victim here. It is not a victim. It's not, you're not stuck and it's forgotten what it is. It's forgotten, it's falsely identified. My gosh, it's not falsely identified. As you say, when you wake up, you realize nothing's ever happened, no time's passed. It's choosing to identify as a character and as a being because it's got eternal now. And it's the only thing in existence. There we are. That was another one. So even those stories where we thought, oh my gosh, we are this and we've that's also a belief and that's a story. That's a program that was passed down, you see. Nope. Ask it itself. That's you. Why are we doing this? Yeah, well, you've forgotten. There's only you in existence. Nothing. There is nothing. No form, no matter, nothing. You can imagine you're a cloud and there's nothing else but you. There's one big cloud and you are aware. You have awareness or consciousness and nothing but you. Emptiness. So I think you're going to be doing a lot of daydreaming and imagining. That's what. And I was like, yes, okay. Just ask. You're asking the self. It is not a victim here. It's the only thing that exists. So there we are. So you're not trapped playing this. It, because there's no you, is choosing to do this. And you can choose not to do this like the gurus. You can choose to undo this as well, you see. When it decides, when you choose, no, it's not the easiest thing because they say the program obviously, in order for it to work, it had to be a very strong belief, the energy in the separate one. It's a very, as I'll tell you, when the non-dual people listen to them, they'll tell you, it's an energetic contraction. It's a very strong, it's the first belief is the I thought, which is projected out here, which creates a separation. So the first thing that consciousness or the divine does is project a thought out there, I am Joe, boom, and there we are. It manifests a form. And it's created this whole, as Bashar said,